Well, Test cricket at its best here at Lord's, and it's been an absolutely another riveting day of Test cricket. What a brilliant fight back from South Africa, and all you South African fans couldn't be any more happier than to see your team here on the brink of creating history by going on to probably win this year's World Test Championship 2025. And it's been an action-packed day. Just when we thought that Australia was in the driver's seat, there they were playing so well, and with the lead they got around 282. But South Africa fighting back as they always do, and never say die attitude. They're showing that they are very much in this game and they're not going to give up so easily. Hello and welcome to another brand new episode on on taking it again. Sorry. Hello and welcome to another brand new episode on Boundary Line Podcast. My name is Dylan Pink. I got Sheldon Doherty on the show with me as usual, and we're going to be discussing day three. What an action-packed day it's going to be. But before going ahead, requesting our viewers to please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section what you thought about the day and how South Africa fought back. South African fans, please, we want to see your comments there in the comment section, guys, all right? But let's get straight into the action. Sheldon, do you want to give us a round of what happened today? Australia obviously setting a target of 282 to win, but your thoughts on the day?
Oh, Dill, was this the same pitch? Was it the same ground where the first 2 days happened? 14 wickets, 4 wickets today, Dill. That sums it up, Dill. Today was a batting paradise, Dill. The sun was out, it was very chill. The ball was coming onto the bat nicely. I don't think a ball swung all day. It was just beautiful batting conditions, and the tone was set in the morning session. I feel when Starc and Hazelwood batted for almost 2 hours,
They batted brilliantly, I thought,
they
man. They
batted
batted
brilliantly.
superb.
I thought Stark, he even yesterday did really well. Yesterday, when it was tougher to bat, he batted
Yeah.
very well with carry, and today he reaped the rewards very responsibly. He scored one of his slowest 50s as well today. I thought he was brilliant. Even Hazelwood did a lot of
Yeah.
fight he showed at the
Stuck
start.
in, dug in
Yeah.
hard over there. He felt, I thought he played brilliantly as well.
Yeah, and I think at that point, every South African fan was just, they were thinking it's over. It's reaching 250, 260, 270. It reached 280. And at that point, I think if you're a South African fan, you would be thinking, this is too much, especially after what transpired in the first 2 days. But, there was signs that, okay, maybe it's gettable, because if these guys can bat, Australia's number 10 and 11, surely South Africa's batters can do it, Till. And they came out worst possible start for South Africa again. Rickleton gets out early, Till. But there was something different, Till, with the way South Africa approached the second innings, and it was
Yeah.
intent, Till, and key intent. And they got to 48 for one, Till. And I think that itself, the first 10 overs showed a different side of South Africa, Dil. It showed intent. And Dil, what did you make about that start, Dil, for South Africa? Because I feel it was so important the way they started the second innings. Because in the first innings, they just sat in and they got to 44, in about 20, 25 overs. But it was so different, Dil, the way they started the second innings.
You're spot on, Sheldon. Even I thought the same. I thought the intent was there right from the start. Markram, of course, and we'll come to that in a moment there. The way he started off brilliant there. Of course, Rickleton getting out early, was not ideal there, but they dug in and they said, it's probably if these guys can bat, like you said, the tail enders from Australia can bat, then we can certainly do this. And I don't know if the pitch was doing much also there a bit, I know there was a bit of help there initially, but after that I thought it was so good, to bat. But Mitchell Starc, I think, we just need to come to Mitchell Starc here. The way he took Australia to that total, I thought was brilliant, because at one point it could have been easily chasing, another 50 runs less, Sheldon. To be honest,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he did really well, with Josh Hazelwood there, and they just frustrated South Africa so much. I thought, and it was getting out of hand. I thought it was going to 260. I thought this is done. I don't think
Yeah,
so. South Africa's going to get this, because with the bowling attack that they have, it was
yeah.
going to be super tough there. But 282, I thought we have a game on here. But the way they approached it, the first 10 overs, you were right, just showing the intent, positive, mindset, Sheldon. And we've always discussed this, in our matches. And if you are positive at the crease, you're looking to score runs and putting away the bad balls, you'll obviously get, your runs and you'll reap the rewards there. But I think we need to come to the man of the moment here right now. It's Aiden Markram. And he's been there in the side for quite some time now, Sheldon. And he's obviously played some good knocks there. But do you think this is one of his best knocks that he's played there? Because I thought it was really under pressure, and I think almost every South African fan or any other neutral fan would have thought that 280, 300, to chase on this sort of a wicket is going to be super tough for South Africa. But he dug in there and he put the bad balls away. And what a knock, Sheldon. A brilliant century under pressure. And he gets his name on that honors board, Sheldon.
The magnificent Markram, right? What an innings, still. You said it probably is the best innings in his career, Dil. I think that's one of the most important innings in South African cricket history, Dil. I mean, it's the first 100 by a South African in a World Tournament final as well, Dil. I mean, that is big, Dil. It is insane. I mean, to do it under pressure, Dil, and as they say, Dil, you always get a second chance, right? Duck in
Yeah,
the first innings under super pressure. He comes out second innings, you're facing Starc again first over, but he dug in, Dil, and he has a good record against the Aussies as well. I think he averages over 60, they were saying as well, against Australia, Dil, and he just loves playing against them, and that was just sensational. The way he played, Stark, the way he played spin as well. Then one of the shots he played, Dil, that late cut, for four
brilliant.
was just
Yeah,
brilliant. And it just seems, Dil, when he's batting in that form, he just has so much time on his hands, Dil. Such classy shots. A very traditional player, Dil.
yeah.
A very he plays those cover drives and he just plays the pull shot as well superbly well. And he showed so much temperamental. I love the intent he showed throughout as well. Always looking to score. And it just seemed like it was him. He was that guy. You always need that one guy to step up and say, okay, I'm taking this team. I want to take them to the end. And you could tell even the 100, yes, he was emotional, but he and Temper like said it's not done yet, and it
Yeah.
is still not done yet. Till I mean, you know, it is a magnificent knock, Till, but it will mean nothing if South Africa lose tomorrow. Till that 100
Don't
for
say that
Markram
already, man. Come on.
will mean nothing. But I also want to say, Till, I thought Markram's knock was superb, but I thought Mulder, we spoke about him yesterday, obviously, and how he's not
He's
a number
stuck in,
three.
man, today. He
I
got
thought he
stuck in
did
today.
really
Yeah.
well. Not only stuck
Yeah.
in Dill, but he showed intent. 60
Yeah.
run partnership with Markram, which was very much needed at that time, Dill, and helped
Yeah.
change momentum. And Dill, famously when South Africa played Australia in '99, there was a drop catch. There's a drop catch of Herschel Gibbs. Today there was a drop catch. Harsh to say a drop catch, but
Dude, that was
st
tough. Come on, I'm
st
not going to count that as.
yeah,
I know you hate the Aussies, Sheldon, but I think that was too harsh. I think you're
yeah,
being a little too harsh. I thought
yeah.
that was a tough chance for Steve Smith there, and poor guy dislocated his finger
Dislocated
because
his
of that.
big, yeah. A bit tougher than Gibbs one, right? Dill? A bit tougher. I mean, yeah.
Man, super tough there. But yeah, these sort of things happen, Sheldon, and it's this level when you're playing at this sort of a level, you got to put everything on the line there.
Yeah,
It's a one-off test. It's a championship. It's a final on the line there. You got to give it your all. And full marks to Smith, to go for
of
it.
course. Yeah.
Also with being so close, also to the ball, and actually trying to get a hand on it, but giving it his best there. So. Will that go down as a drop chance? Some may see it, as a drop chance. Some may say that it's too harsh. But yeah, I felt it was a bit too harsh there. But coming to Captain Temba Bavuma, I think you gotta tip your hat off to this guy and say, well played, Captain. Irrespective of what
Brilliant.
happens from here on, I think Sheldon, he's done a tremendous job to be 65 not
100%.
out at the end of day's play today. Brilliant. You would say literally limping and playing. You could see him pushing for the twos and the ones, those tight runs, and all these also were trying to aim at the stumps wherever he was,
Yeah.
Sheldon. So it's really, really, they were not being easy on him as well.
Dill, what is it with South African captains and playing through injury against Australia? The great Graham Smith, Dill, a broken hand against Australia.
You
He
remember
played with
that, of course. You
with a
remember that
broken hand. He
in
played Dill,
Australia, yeah,
and I mean Temba Dill. He has a lot of doubters. A lot of people question, his attitude, his mindset. But nothing but respect for the guy, Dill. He's earned my respect over these last couple of days, over the way he's led in the World
yeah,
Test Championship.
yeah,
But today, especially, Dill, whether he was on one leg, I don't know if it's torn hamstring, Dylan. Maybe is the way he was limping around. It looked
yeah,
really bad, but he was like, "No way, no way, I'm walking out here." He could have at T, Dill. At T
yeah,
easily he could have walked out. Stubbs could have come in, but I think Markram as well wanted Temba out there because
yeah,
those are South Africa's two best batters, Dill. That's the
yeah. Right
captain
now, yeah.
and Aiden Markram as well, Dill, a wonderful batter. And those two, Dill, I mean, they put on a partnership of a lifetime. But yeah, on Temba Dill, absolutely brilliant. I thought the fight he showed, the character he showed, that sums up everything about South African cricket, Dill. They're fighters, they always go for it. All of them, such wholehearted cricketers, Dill. Everyone we've seen of all the greats. And I'm sure every South African legend would be so proud of the way Temba's leading this team, and
Yeah.
especially what he did today. Absolutely brilliant, Dill. And yeah, terrific from Temba today, Dill. Nothing but respect for the guy.
Yeah, superb knock there. Temba Bavuma is not out there on 65. Aiden Markram also not out on 102. And South Africa are 213 for 2. Remember, they need only 69 runs more to win. This can all come down to tomorrow, where probably South Africa are on the brink of making history there. But the question still arises, and we still keep asking because these two teams have such history behind them, and not and even if you forget Australia for a moment, they're just South Africa alone in tense moments in, like, semi-finals and finals and crunch games. They've got a history, and I don't know if it's playing on their mind or not as yet, but 69 runs, Sheldon, you got to think that it's already in the bag for them there with this sort of, batting that's there to come, and these two guys at the crease there. You got to be confident from here on and say that it's South Africa's game, or you're still hoping for the Aussies to make a comeback.
Dil, I mean, I don't think any South African player is going to sleep tonight, Dil. I mean, I'm sure all of them were wishing that there was another hour today, because if there was another hour, South Africa would
It
have
was
cruised
done.
it.
Yeah.
It was done. But it's just that thing, Dil. You come tomorrow. What if it's overcast? What if there's something in it for the bowlers? You just never know with English weather, but South Africa should win it, Dil. They should win it from here. I mean, oh, South Africa, Dil, what do they do to cricket fans? What do they do to their fans? I want to know how South African is feeling till now. I mean, they must be, feeling as tense as anyone, because
Oh man, yeah.
they've been through so much heartbreak. Till they've been through so much heartbreak in England itself. Till in '99,
On
I
this
mean,
this ground, on this ground, literally.
on this ground itself. Till I mean, I really hope no nation deserves this more than them. Till South Africa are brilliant for cricket, not just Test cricket, but cricket in general. Till they should have won more World Cups than they have. Till they should have at least won one of those. And two guys still as well who've won the Under 19 World Cup for them, Aiden Markram and
Aiden Markram.
Kagiso Rabada,
Yes,
two
of course.
players who have been instrumental in this test as well. Rabada, just a quick thing on him. He took 9 wickets in the game as well, and what a champion cricketer he is as
Yeah.
well. Dil. I mean, he should have had 10, but I mean, he was running on low fuel today as well. He was bowling and bowling and bowling his heart out for the team, and what
Yeah.
a bowler he is as well, Dil. And the bowlers were brilliant, Dil. Today it was pretty flat, but they gave it
Yeah.
their all throughout
Yeah.
both innings, and it was finally about time for their batters to deliver. And thankfully for them, they delivered today, Dil.
Yes, thankfully today they are all set and they played brilliantly well, chasing a target of 282. The South Africa came out with intent, positivity, and they just were hunting down the total there. And you could see it there in the stands where everyone, when
Yeah,
Markram got that 100, what it meant to them. They're so happy. And A.B. de Villiers, Sheldon, to see
yeah,
that guy in the stands 2 weeks ago, he
brilliant.
was in Ahmedabad there cheering, for the RCB, and he was in the stands then as well. And and then this week, he's in the stands again. And what does this, if South Africa go on to win, Sheldon, what does this mean to all those legends of South African cricket? You've got a few of them in the com box itself with Graham
Yeah,
Smith
Graham
and
Smith.
Sean Pollock, all these guys in the com box there. And of course, people who are attending it, there's Hashim Amla, there's
Yeah.
A.B. de Villiers, and all these other guys that, that are there. What do you think this is going to mean to them, Sheldon? Because yes, the road to the World Test Championship final is debatable for them. Kind of got it easy, maybe not, but you cannot take away that coming into this game, it was tough. To be bowled out for 138 in the first innings and then come out and put on a fight like this, you got to say, well played, South Africa.
Still, it would mean everything to all of them. I mean, it's what they all would have dreamed of, when they put on the South African jerseys. Still, they were all there through all those heartbreaks. Still, whether it was the 2015 World Cup, whether it was the T20 World Cup till recently, which they should have won as well.
Oh,
Till you
gosh.
look at the recent guys, also Klaas Miller, all those guys, till who probably should have won that game, till, and for them it would just mean the world, till. And I mean, for Cricket South Africa, they need this still. I think world cricket needs this.
Yeah.
Often it's everyone talks about, as we've mentioned, India, England, Australia, these teams win a lot. But for the other nations, for South Africa to win would just be great for the sport. And a plea, to ICC, give this team more test matches, please. How they do not have a home test match for about 18 months is beyond me. If they
It's
win this
really
World Test
surprising.
Championship,
Yeah.
they should be able to go to South Africa, and play a home test as the world champs. I mean,
Yeah.
can you imagine what that would do for the country? I mean, them going and playing as the world champs. Great. Anyone, they could play any team right now in a home season.
Yeah.
That'd be just brilliant. But yeah, sadly, that's not happening. But I hope if they do win, that they get more test matches because they're such a talented side, as well. I mean, look
Yeah.
at so many
For
of these
sure.
guys, but they don't have much test match experience because they're only playing few test matches here and there. But yeah, it would mean the world, and oh, tomorrow's gonna be intense still. It should be easy for South Africa, but still, you can't write up those Australian guys, right?
Those guys,
Cummins,
man,
they
they will be giving you nightmares already.
Yeah, Starc, Hazelwood, Cummins, they're world class side, Dil. And I know people say South Africa been brilliant, but Australia they tried their heart as well, Dil. Today, not much there for the bowlers. I thought they've been terrific as well, Australia, and yeah, Dil, tomorrow should be intense. Do you think, Dil, any chance for Australia to pull a comeback, or is it this time for Africa?
I would say it's just a 1% chance for Australia at this moment because I think the door is virtually shut out for them with Markram, Bavuma, you got Stubbs to come, you got some good
Stubbs,
batting.
yeah.
There's Janssen can bat, Rabada also can bat a bit.
Yeah.
All these guys are there, in the hut waiting. So I don't think so. It's 69. If it was 120 something like that, I
Yeah.
would have been like, oh wow, okay, fine, But the fact that these two batted so well to bring the total down to to bring that deficit down to so much, I thought was absolutely brilliant there. But one more quick thing before we wrap up, the podcast today, Sheldon, is the pitch. I don't know when Nathan Lyon was bowling. I thought it was turning a lot. Was this like Chennai or was this
Yeah.
like Kanpur? What was it? Pretty odd. I mean, to be honest, I've not seen a Lord's pitch turn on day three that much. Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, this pitch has had everything, right? It swung, it seamed, it's bounced. Today it was spinning. I mean, at times it's looked flat. I thought it's been a very interesting pitch. I mean, it's had something for everyone. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really been, I mean, 3 days of craziness, I mean, throughout the game. But yeah, today it was spinning at times still, and I did feel perhaps maybe they could have tried head for a bit there as well, Dill. I don't know. They
Yeah. I
they
don't
probably
know.
missed the trick of that because Lion was looking very dangerous at one point, Dill.
Yeah.
And then I feel maybe you missed the mark. They brought Webster, and then runs were flowing as well. South Africa kind of
Mm-hmm.
got started hitting him. Yeah, they kind of. But again, there's no guarantee Head would have taken a wicket. He's also part-time until he
Yeah.
also could have got hit. And Markram and Bavuma just looked like men on a mission. Till it looked like even if like McGrath was bowling, they'd have been scoring. That's how crazy it was. But yeah, I mean, the pitch, it's been very interesting, Dill. I'm sure Australia will hope that it's a minefield tomorrow morning, Dill, and hope it does something. But yeah, Dill, I mean, it's been a crazy couple of days, Dill, and tomorrow the test will get over, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a guarantee.
That's a 100% guarantee.
It's
It's done
it's gonna
tomorrow.
get over on day 4, but who's gonna lift that mace? South Africa have one hand on that trophy, Dill. But how often have they had a hand close to that, Dill? But no, I think I
Don't.
think I think tomorrow's the day, Dill. I think for South African fans, get up, watch your team, support your team, and I think the fans also, Dill, need a lot of credit. They've been
Oh,
brilliant.
the crowd
The
has been
crowd,
absolutely brilliant all 3 days. I think
yeah,
a neutral venue for
neutral
two
venue, yeah,
teams. You're not going to get it, and this is why we say Test cricket needs to be promoted. Because it's just been so brilliant there. The crowd, the support, they've come in there, in large numbers and supporting the teams. You see a lot of Indian fans also there, and the
yeah,
thing who are supporting South Africa to
yeah,
go on and win this there. But it's going to be interesting, Sheldon. I really hope South Africa do the
yeah,
job quickly there tomorrow because we can't wait as fans. We want to see a new team winning, and that's what sport is all about. You got to give chances to the other nations, and the fight back has been tremendous. They've really fought so well hard, but they're just 69 runs more for South Africa to get their hands on the World Test Championship mace and to be the winners of the World Test Championship. So it's going to be interesting, guys. We had an absolute fun day, watching this match there. So, and do let us know in the comment section what you thought, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. The handle's down in the description. And thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you soon in the next one. Bye.